Hello, old dreamers. Welcome to another edition of Old Human School. And today we have the honor and privilege, a friend who's an educator in Singapore. He will be sharing his journey about how he moved from a high school underachiever to become an educator, a president award winner in Singapore, and now he's working with an organization in Malaysia as well, making impact in society. And today we just want to hear from him. There's several things that he's been doing, and most importantly, the reason why we are doing this series, which is we want to find out 3 secrets how he succeeded in his venture. So I think he's on, so let me just bring him in. So enjoy the interview.
Hello.
Hey, hello, David.
Yes, hello.
How are you, man?
I am okay. I think so far so good. Yes. Hey, which part of KL are you at?
I'm near Kota Damansara. There's this place called Sunway Damansara.
Oh, okay.
You know One Utama? The One Utama, the big
Ye-
shopping center.
I heard of it.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah,
How long?
I haven't had a chance to go out of. Okay, I don't really go at Bukit Bintan. I'm always like usually when I come, I'm just stuck at Bukit Bintan.
Oh,
Haven't The only other shopping mall I've been to is Mid Valley, just for a very short
okay.
while.
Okay. I
So
think
this
Mid Valley would be the biggest lah. So I think One Utama is probably the second biggest. So,
oh, okay.
okay. How long have you been in
Yes.
KL? I heard from
Wow.
Yongsheng that you're working here.
Okay, I have been here. Okay, so usually I come in every other week, every fortnight lah. So 1 week in Singapore, 1 week here. And if I come here, usually I come on Tuesday to Thursday. So this means on that week, Monday to Friday, I work from home. So at least I get more time with my family also.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
but
that.
the traveling is quite hectic, weekly in and out.
Okay. I mean, okay, so I think the good thing is it is predictable now. So at least I know when I'll travel. So it's easier for my wife and my family to know when I'll be gone as compared to
Yeah.
like if they don't even know when I'm gone. So I think I managed to work out a schedule with my boss. He doesn't need me to come every week, but he just needs me like good every other week. If don't need, then cancel. But at least we know when I will be out from when I won't be out of home. Yeah, so that's
Okay.
pretty much that.
That's
Yeah,
very
lor.
good. Okay. It's good to
Yeah.
see. Yeah, good to see you again.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes. But,
we will just do this casually.
okay.
Okay, I
I don't know
started.
how to do this, but let's do it. Okay.
Same
Yes.
here. We are all newbies. Okay.
Mm.
But anyway, I think what we do is today I
Mm.
just act as a detective lah, because we want
Mm.
to find out your story, what you were and who you are right now. So we want to find out some background about your past. Okay. Then I will find out what you're doing right now. Then we just want to find out the 3 secrets, right, of what got you from where you were to where you are right now.
Okay.
That's basically, so I am the detective. I'm trying to find out your secret, okay? So maybe David, okay, just now we share a little bit about your work here, right, in Malaysia. Maybe for context of my audience, people that are watching, right, how I know David is through a friend. And then we got connected, and we were serving in Songkits for a short while. Then we had a good time doing things together. So that's how I got to know David. And I also know that David is somebody who's an award-winning educator. Okay, if I may say, you are a President Award-winning educator, right? And we want to, and we also know that you started with a very humble beginning. Okay, so that's the reason why I invited you to come on to share with my people lah. Okay, maybe just some background lah. So a little bit about yourself. How would you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Okay. So maybe number one, not a president teacher award, but I got a President Volunteerism Award last year in Singapore. But yes, I used to be a teacher, and as a teacher, I was nominated for outstanding teacher of the year, nominated but didn't get it. By my students. So maybe something interesting. I never started out with a dream of being a teacher in my life. I always joke about it. I tell people when I was much younger, I've always wanted to set up. I always wanted to sell chicken rice, like in a mamak store. That was my dream. My dream was never ever to be a teacher. And maybe the reason why I wanted to be a chicken rice store uncle was because when I was much younger, my parents were separated. Means my mother and father were divorced, so I stayed with my mom. My mom went through a failed eye operation known as cataract operation. So it didn't succeed. So because of that, my mom then became blind. So because my mom became blind, what this meant was when I was very young, maybe around 7, 8 years old, I had to go to the streets in Singapore to sell stuff with my mother. So I still remember we sold things like tissue paper, sweets. We sell that so that we could earn money, so that we can survive each day. So as a result of that, because my mother was blind, she couldn't help me with my studies, and I don't blame her for that. And I'm very thankful because those have taught me useful life experiences. But because my mom was blind and no one could help me in my studies, I did very badly for my exam. And after primary school, there was an important exam in Singapore. We call it primary school leaving examination. I didn't do well. I went to secondary school. I went to the maybe some people call it the lousiest stream in secondary school. Oh yes, so I forgot to tell you why I wanted to sell chicken rice, because when I was working with my mom, we used to sell things at like what you will know as mamak store or what I would know as coffee shops in Singapore. Then I noticed a plate of chicken rice was about $2.50 or $3 back then. And I know that chicken in let's say a supermarket is actually not very expensive. It's like $4 or $5. So I thought actually that's a way to get rich. I just buy one full chicken, give you a little bit of meat, then that's how I can no longer be poor. So my goal was how to not be poor. I sell chicken rice, I can be a rich uncle. So that was my plan. So never to be a teacher.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe also to tell you why I didn't become a teacher. Maybe that might be your question. Hey, how come suddenly from selling chicken rice I wanted to be a teacher? The long story short, when I was about 13 years old, my friends asked me if I could teach them mathematics. So I wasn't very good with my studies, but my friend from other class asked me to pay attention. I remember paying attention and I realized I could do math. It wasn't so difficult. So then when my friends asked me, then that was where I started teaching my friends, and I realized, hey, I actually enjoy teaching. And then I thought, well, actually I think the teacher life easier. Sell chicken rice must work whole day, you know. So instead of be teaching, just teach half day, then after that can go back home ready. So that was why I wanted to be a teacher. Then again, it was really more so like, okay, how do I, and then like, how to be rich. That was really when I was much younger. So yeah, that's but that reasons change along the way.
I see. So you wanted to be rich. Also, you share a little bit about you being from a poor background, right?
Correct.
So the poverty or sort of the situation inspire you to want to achieve, right?
Yeah. Okay. Because when I look at other children, right, other children don't need to walk on the streets, but I must walk on the streets. So I also ask myself, how can I live how can I get such a life? So to me, I was like, okay, maybe a way to get rich is to earn more money, right? So yeah, that was why.
Okay, you mentioned about your mother. Then how about your father? What's your background with your father?
So my mother and father, I said earlier, they were separated, so divorced. So I never stayed with my father. But interestingly, or maybe not interestingly, but sadly, my mom passed away when I was 12 years old. Then I stayed with my dad when I was 13 years old. So that was me and my dad and my older brother. So yes, my dad wasn't blind. He was doing his own job. Yeah.
Okay. So I think what you share sort of give us an understanding more of your background, lah. So it's not easy for you as a young boy, right? With like half the guidance of your mother, and then you lost your mother, and then your father. And so I think a lot of the people that are watching now may be going through certain challenges in their young days as well. So I just want to ask you to share about where you are right now. Okay, you say that you wanted to be a chicken rice, but seller, right? But you didn't become that. Then now
I went to
you
become a
went to
teacher.
teacher. Okay, and then where are you right now? And what? And maybe
Yeah.
share a little bit about the award. You know, how come you got a why the president gave you an award and what did you
see,
do? I want to find out your achievement right now.
Understand. Okay. So maybe I share a little bit. So today I am a principal business architect with a company here in Malaysia. It's known as YTL. I'm really, really very happy to be here because I think one thing I realized is that, the job can always change, but what you care about doesn't change. What I care about, I realize, is that I care about learning. I care about helping people to realize that dream. So when I was a teacher, I enjoy helping students when they tell me that, oh, I have a goal. Then I really enjoy in helping them to reach their goal. But now that I am doing a different role, it's really about how to help other people. So I still remember when I first started in YTL, one of the things I was looking at is called Prihatin. So it's really about then during the MCO period, how do we allow students to have access to education? And where I am, and especially if you're living in the Orang Asli or areas that don't have a lot of infrastructure support. So in the company I'm with now, I still remember they provided free phone, free SIM, and also education. I think from Asia. So that was something that I always wanted. Like, to me, it's about helping people realize their dream, helping people to learn, and also helping me to learn. So I think the key thing here is this, that at the end of the day, I think the job doesn't always have to be that the job can change. The form, we always say that at the end of the day, the methods can change, but the principles still stay the same. The principle to me is always about how do you care for people, how do you do a particular job, help people to realize their aspirations. And I think for myself is to how do I always keep learning. So those are things that I'm always looking at. So maybe to answer the other question about the award, I got this President Volunteerism Award. They call it a Leader Award for Youth. That was also because in Singapore I run a few social empowerment program. I run this program known as I'm Talented, that helps students like those who are listening to discover their talents. So maybe in school you don't learn about songwriting. In school you don't learn about manga drawing. So basically I let students try. Hey, if you actually like manga drawing, you could develop a career in this. If you enjoy making music, this is what you can do. But if you think about it, it is still quite similar to my life so-called purpose. I really want to help people to figure out what are their aspirations and how to realize them. So I was given an award because of all the volunteer work that I do. But I must say, all the volunteer work I do is quite similar. It's really about figuring out what you enjoy and how to achieve that.
Right. Okay. So I think consistent with the person that I know, David Hoe, reason why we were working together at one time for Songcase is because of his heart, of how he always want to bless and to give back. So I think with that, we know your achievement. We know you align whatever your values, right, to the work that you do. Even the company that you're working with, right, actually does all these good works. Yep. So okay, now come to the 3 secrets. Okay, I asked you to sort of dig back. When you were going through those challenges up to now, what do you think is 3 principles or 3 secrets that you can share with our people? So that if they want to follow your footsteps, right, they can actually take some practical steps.
Okay. Maybe don't follow my footsteps, but I give you, because all of you will have your own dreams, your own career. So not everyone needs to be like me to want to sell chicken rice next time. Okay. So if you want to open your own restaurant, if you want to open your own advertising company, also can. So don't have to be like me. Okay. 3 things. I think number 1, never say no to opportunities. I must say, you see, me discovering what I really enjoy. Remember just now I told you that why I figured out I wanted to be a teacher. It was because I had a chance to teach my friends. Why did I want to sell chicken rice? Because I had a chance to see how much chicken rice how much a chicken rice cost, and how much a chicken costs in supermarket market. In Singapore, we call it NTUC. But you see, the idea here is that because I never said no to these opportunities, that's why earlier I also mentioned I never blame my mom because she went blind, because she became blind, I had the experience to sell things, and that's where I realized that, hey, actually, I don't mind doing this because I didn't do well in my studies then. I then somehow learned how to do math. I teach my friends. Then I realized, hey, I actually enjoy doing that. So I think most importantly, don't ever say no to opportunities. If there's a chance for you to volunteer, if there's a chance for you to plan an event, do it. Because at the end of the day, you may realize that, hey, this is what I actually truly enjoy. This is what I truly care about. Because, like I said earlier, if we know what we care about, there are many different pathways to achieve what we care about. So for example, if let's say today you say that, hey, I care about helping people. Now, helping people, one of the ways you can be is to be a teacher. The other way you can be a lawyer. You can choose to fight for people who have who might not be represented. You can choose to be a nurse. You can choose to be a doctor. Like what I mentioned earlier, the job can always change, but the principle doesn't change. The principle at the end of the day goes back to one very important question. What do we care about? Do you care about helping people? Do you care about making the world a better place? Do you care about making people live a meaningful life? So once you know that, that makes a whole world of difference. So let me just go back again. Number one, don't say no to opportunities. Why do you not say no to opportunities? Because when you take on an opportunity, you get a chance to experience things and you get a chance to understand what you care about. So that's very, very important. So don't just take many things, but at the end, keep doing. I think take many things and ask yourself, what do you enjoy? Because once you figure out what you enjoy, you know naturally what do you care about. So that is the first. My first principle is very long-winded.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Actually, when I wanted to ask you, like, you share about know what you care about, right? Then look for the opportunities. But then your last part of your sharing, you say that it's like go for the opportunities first, then you learn what you care about. So I think that's very powerful.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like I never knew about chicken rice if I didn't go out to sell things to my mother. I never knew that I would enjoy teaching if I didn't put myself out there. When a friend asked me, if I didn't say yes, let me help you. So I think it's very, very important to put yourself out there first. Put yourself out there, but don't stop at putting yourself out there. Ask yourself, what do you enjoy? Because once you know what you enjoy, then from there, don't worry so much about should I be a lawyer? Should I be a mamak store person? If you care about helping people, you can also be a mamak store person because you can care about making sure like you earn enough money and use this money to feed the poor. You can do. There are so many ways. These things will always change, but knowing what you care about is so important. So that's my first thing. Second thing, I just want to say, your dreams are your dreams. Full stop.
Your dreams are your dreams.
Your dreams. Yeah. No one can snatch your dreams away from you. So when I was younger, I said I wanted to be a teacher. That's my dream. People can tell me, oh, you are not very smart. It's fine, but this is my dream. At the end of the day, my third principle, which will link to the second one, is it really doesn't matter if you take a longer journey. It's okay to take a longer journey. Because for me, other people might take less than 5 years to become a teacher. It took me more than 10 years to become a teacher. But it's okay, because at the end of the day, this is your dream. If today you say that, hey, when I grow older, I want to let's say start my own YouTube channel to help other people. You may say, oh, but today my YouTube channel only has 1 subscriber, or not worth starting. But that is your dream. Your dream is to grow your YouTube channel to help people. It's okay, even though other people have like 1,000 people subscribers. But if it takes a longer journey, it's okay. You will figure out along the way.
Right.
So those are my three. Yeah.
That advice is for me because I started this. I started with 0, so now we are building up slowly. So thanks.
No problem. No. Yeah. So I think those are 3 things. But I think to me the first one is most important. Never say no to opportunities, because when you don't say no, you figure out what you care about. But I must say this thing: to figure what you care about does not happen by chance. You need to take time to think. Then secondly, once you know what you care about, then it is your dream.
Okay.
Because no one can snatch it away from you. But just because it's your dream, it doesn't mean it will happen overnight. It means it might take a long time, but it is okay because once you know what you care about, it will keep you going.
Okay.
So that's why the first principle to me is very, very, very important. The first principle is really what opportunities at the end of the day is what you care about. Because once you know what you care about, it is the drive that keeps you going, even though it is going to be very, 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 very tough.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I come to encounter a lot of people. I mean, I talk to, right? When I talk a lot about dreams. They always say that, oh, but I don't know what's my dream. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's my purpose in life. So I suppose your process about saying no to opportunities really comes in play, right? That when any opportunity comes, just put your feet in it and just try it. And in the process, you learn, right? And you learn what you like, what you don't like, and you discover your dream in that process. So I think that's amazingly powerful. I think I like it that you share 3 points all in sort of a flow that that people can follow through. So I want to talk to you. I want to ask you just one last question before I let you go. Is this number 2 and number 3? You said that your dreams is your dream, right? And it doesn't matter how long it takes, but just go on the journey. At what point would you know that maybe what you're pursuing, right, is not what you're supposed to pursue? Is there any point that you should say that, okay, maybe things should change? Because in your first point, you say that, okay, you want to help people, right? It doesn't matter if you're a lawyer or you are chicken seller, right? So at what point would you sort of say that, okay, maybe it's time to relook at your dream?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a curveball. It's a curveball. It's just a situation in case that somebody is in a situation like that.
It's a very, very good question. So I think most importantly, it goes back to my principle that the outward form can change. What drives things will never change is what you care about. Because for example, if along the way, if let's say I tell you I care about people, correct? I care about helping people. Actually, my dream can also be I want to be the prime minister. But realistically, so then this becomes realistically, is it really possible for me to be a prime minister? Maybe it might not be possible because, let's say I didn't, okay, maybe prime minister is not a very good example. Okay, maybe let's say I want to help people. That means one way I can be a lawyer, correct? If I look at today, for me to be a lawyer, what does it take? It means I need to go back to school. I must study it all over again. But I look at realistically, do I have constraints? I have constraints because now I'm already of a certain age, 30 plus years old already. I have a family to feed. So if I want to be a lawyer, means I must stop my current job and go back to school to study. But my constraint is I can't do that because if I do that, then who is going to feed my family? So there's a realistical constraint there. Then I ask myself, is it worth pursuing being a lawyer? So maybe the answer is no, because if I weigh my benefits and costs, currently I cannot leave my family hungry. Okay. But because I care about helping people realize aspiration, is there a role that I can take on to help me into this? So I think sometimes what we need to ask ourselves is that if we are in this journey for very long already, we need to ask ourselves that, hey, is it worth revisiting? Because sometimes if you put in a lot of effort, but the output is very little, but the output is important in this life juncture, then you then have to decide whether should I change or should I not change.
I see.
But I think whether you change or you don't change, I think one most important thing is always ask yourself, have we done our best? If I am changing because I didn't do my best, then I don't think you should change first. We should change and ask ourselves, have I done what is the best?
Yeah. Okay, so just go the limit. Okay, I like, just to summarize for people, I think I like what you share about the form, right? And the role, is like a lawyer, engineer, or teacher, or whatever. But then your value, what you really want to do, okay, you want to be of help to people, you want to be of service, right? So that is the value, right? So you should separate it, right? That it doesn't always have to be that form, right? But then again, you also have to ask yourself practical questions lah, right? If you're going to change the form, right, then how practical is it at your juncture in life, in a sense, right? And you can always, you should always push to the limit and go as far as you can, right? And ask yourself whether you have tried your best. Okay, so I think, I think it's wonderful. Thanks for sharing what you shared to us. So if there's one last thing that you can encourage the audience, right? Maybe you can speak to the audience directly. Just one last advice you can give to them, those people who are starting off, or those people who are considering a new dream or something, right? So what will you leave behind for everyone?
Okay. I think what I would share is still similar to what I said just now. Never say no to opportunities. If there's an opportunity, take it. Okay. But more importantly, make time to reflect. What do you like? What do you not like? And what do you learn from the situation?
Okay.
Yeah.
So be reflective. Be reflective. Walk the journey. Be reflective. Evaluate what's good, what's bad, and how to move forward.
In short, don't say no to opportunities. If you all cannot remember, just agree to take, and in taking you will realize what you like and what you don't like.
Correct. And as you shared, the last point, the journey is long lah. It doesn't matter.
It's okay.
Take your time. Take your time and learn as you go along.
Correct.
With that, David, thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey as you share this story also, and be on board a new YouTube channel that we can learn together. So I also learned from you very much. Thank you for being here with us. So I will catch up with you one day.
Yes.
I know you're very busy when you're in KL, so
we'll find time.
We're supposed to sort of do it live, right? But then at the end of the day, it's so busy that we couldn't.
I got a long day today. So
Right. Okay, so all the best. I know you have a meeting later on also.
Okay.
So thanks for inspiring us.
Thank you.
For the rest of us, you want to know more about David, right? I'll put some links at the bottom of the TED Talk he shared. Okay, I watched a TED Talk that he shared, and some articles about that's written about him in the media also. So with that, everyone, thanks for this tuning into this episode of my Old Human School, and I see you again next time. Okay, see you, David.
Bye bye.
加油，加油。
Okay, 谢谢，拜拜。